The way he was raised was he was spoiled.
Wow.
If you go back and you study the way Manoah and his wife raised Samson, they gave him whatever it was he wanted. Look at somebody and say he was spoiled.
He was spoiled.
Everybody say miraculous birth.
Miraculous birth.
Anointed.
Anointed.
Called to be a judge.
Called to be a judge.
Called into a consecration.
Called into a consecration.
But he's used to having his own way.
He's used to having his own way.
Samson's problems was he couldn't say no to what it was he saw. He says, I see a woman. Her name was Delilah. If you translate Delilah into Hebrew, it means weakness.
Wow.
Look at somebody and say he couldn't say no to his weakness.
He couldn't say no to his weakness.
Everybody say miraculous birth though.
Miraculous birth.
Everybody say he's anointed though.
He's anointed.
He's called though.
He's called though.
But look at somebody and say, but he couldn't say no.
But he couldn't say no.
He couldn't keep his consecration.
Couldn't keep his consecration.
Look at somebody and say he couldn't tell his eyes no.
He couldn't tell his eyes no.
This man here grew up as the foster son of Eli, who had two other sons who would sleep with the women and steal the money in the church. Corruption was all around him, but he kept his consecration.
My God.
It's good. That's powerful.
Still with me?
Yes.
You need to listen. This man fooling around with Delilah got his hair cut. Look at somebody say he lost the anointing.
He lost the anointing.
And he lost the presence of God.
And he lost the presence of God.
Now you need to hear me. He fooled around with his weakness. He played with his gift. And he lost the anointing and the presence of God.
Oh God.
Look at somebody and say, what weakness are you surrendering to?
I'm surrendering to.
What weakness
are
you playing around with?
you playing around with?
That's going to cause you to lose your anointing.
My God.
And the presence of God.
The presence of God.
Here's what's crazy. He loved his eyes and he loved to look at the woman. And the very thing he loved, he lost.
Man, that's good.
His eyes got put out.
Yeah. That's good.
And he was walking in circles. And his enemy mocked him. Look at somebody and say, you better do something about your eyes.
Better do something about your eyes.
You better do something about your weakness.
Better do something about your weakness.
Look at somebody and say, because you can get your eyes put out.
So you can get your eyes put out.
And walk around in circles.
Walk around in circles.
Suffering.
Suffering.
Now, I'm going to show you something. Another critical difference between these two. This man, his gift was greater than his character.
Wow.
And he fell. And he suffered.
That's good.
This man's character, because he was holy, he loved God, his character was equal to or greater than his gift. You need to catch this. This man loved his gift, enjoyed his gift, functioned in his gift, but never completed his call. He loved to submit to the sin of his weakness. He loved his sin more than he loved God.
My God.
This man loved God, and it wasn't about his gift, it was about the call. This man used his gift, forfeited his call because he loved his sin more than his God. This man loved God instead of sin, and he used his gifts to fulfill his call.
That's good.
This man died and had no legacy. This man started the institution of the kings and anointed David, through which Jesus came.
My God.
And he started the school of the prophets,
Wow.
from which the old covenant came. Look at your neighbor and say, what kind of person are you going to be? How much you weigh?
About 165.
It doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. But when you get to heaven, you're going to discover that Samson weighs about 140 pounds wet. That's what always blew the Philistines away. When I saw this man, Samuel, in heaven, he talked about the secret of the seers, the secrets, plural, of the seers.
My God.
Look at somebody say, you got two choices.
Got two choices.
You need to hear this. This man never thought he would end up where he was. Look at somebody and say, he never saw it coming.
He never saw it coming.
Because he was looking at the wrong thing.
Looking at the wrong. Come on.
Look at somebody and say, when you look at the wrong thing,
Look at the wrong thing.
you don't see how the enemy's coming.
You don't see how the enemy's coming.
The reason I say he played with his gift is Delilah had bound him several times before. He shook himself and he got himself out of a bad situation.
That's good.
How many of you shook yourself
Right.
and you got out of a bad situation?
My God.
My God.
And then that time came where he thought this time was going to be like last time. Well, Pastor Tony, you don't know what I'm going through. Oh, okay. You know what you ought to do someday? You ought to read the story of Samson. The Bible says that Delilah pressed him and vexed him
My God.
daily until he gave in.